Yes, it's time for our motivational quotes, and of course, my co-hosts are here with me. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are
Evergreen
we doing?
Yaira.
Stop. How are we doing?
By God's grace, we are fine, as you can
So
see.
it's time for us to review our motivational quotes of the
course,
day.
very necessary.
Let's have our motivational quotes up on the screen. Today's quote says, "Those who would judge us merely by the heights we have achieved would do well to remember the depths from which we started." And this is by our very own Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And what I think this quote is trying to tell us is that as much as we think that we need to be successful, success is not the destination, but rather just a part of the journey. Because when you learn a skill, you're successful at learning the skill. The next step is to implement that skill. And when you're successful at implementing that skill, you take it to the next level. So every time you achieve something, you're successful at something, you have to go to the next level. It is a continuing cycle, or let's say a journey, yes.
Yeah.
And I know this quote comes mainly from our background as a country where our political pursuits and from colonial times all the way down into independence. And he's trying to say that the fact that we have gotten somewhere does not only mean that we got there just in one day, but there were fights, there were nationalist fights and movements that brought Ghana to where it is now. Let's have your takes on this quote.
So, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, as he said, he's a wonderful person that we all look up to. And he fought a good fight for the people of Ghana. And as he said, you see, mostly people look at the outcome, how successful you are, but they don't know the behind the scene. They don't know what you went through, the story. You see, there's a saying that behind every successful man there is
a beautiful, hardworking woman, like
woman.
myself.
Exactly, like herself. So behind the success of everybody you see, there is a story behind.
Yeah.
So let's also recognize that story. Let's find out how the person was able to make it. Because Mimi will tell you that the young ones we see now, we are fine of miracles. But before the miracles, what's really happened?
Yes.
You need to pray. So in the moment of prayer, where the Lord would
Take us there.
Okay, no, let me relax today. So even the Bible will tell you that, okay, and so in as much as you see the person eating, try to find out what work did the person do. What work the person do. So in your closet with God, He openly reward you. So Dr. Kwame Nkrumah is telling us that no matter how successful one is, don't only focus on the end of the story, but look at the behind the scene, what really happened. As Mimi will tell you, there was a wonderful woman who was always supporting. Yes.
Yes, and also in understanding or trying to know the story behind people, I think in a way it helps us to stay motivated, stay resilient. You know, looking at the kind of struggles people have gone through, it encourages us to also do more.
Yeah, sure.
Now let's take it. Let's look at it from a personal growth angle. Let's look at a young child who grew up from a very difficult, childhood, sailed through education, and then he's successful. People will just be paying attention to the success, but forgetting where the person came from. And we have examples of people in this country. Myself, I am one. Looking at where I've gotten to, if I tell you my story, you would marvel. But I mean, people should pay attention to the story instead of the success. And I believe it will also help them to grow.
Wow, thank you so much. Those were very beautiful expositions on the quote, and I'm sure you were inspired as much as I have been inspired this morning. And as you go through your day, don't forget to share the positivity. Share this quote with somebody, meditate on it yourself, and of course, do some introspection in yourself. And of course, keep that beautiful smile on your face. Next is our online and newspaper print review with my usuals, and we'll be right back.